What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? I know my camera's crazy and I look crazy, but I'm actually in the studio right now while the Grammys is going on. It's Grammy weekend, and just taking a quick break from the session to just kind of speak to you guys. Um, the Grammys was lit this year. The Grammys was lit this year. I think first and foremost, I want to thank the Grammy Academy for getting the nominees correct. I want to thank them for getting a lot of the winners correct. I can only speak for the genres that I tune into, which is, rap, hip hop, R&B, country. Salute to reggae as well. Salute to all of the nominees and all of the winners. I think a lot of people will agree that the winners for this year's Grammys is well deserved. You know what I'm saying? First, starting with, let me just start with Chris Brown first and foremost. Chris Brown got his Grammy for Best R&B Album, well deserved. SZA got a Grammy for Best R&B Song, well deserved. Then Rhapsody, man, Rhapsody. Listen, I've been a Rhapsody fan for a long time, not since the beginning, but definitely since her first critically acclaimed album. She got a Grammy off of her third album, a record called 3 a.m., which is her lead single from her latest project with Erykah Badu. And she got a Grammy for that, which is the best melodic performance. And I don't think a lot of people understand when you get a Grammy for the best melodic performance, it's really saying that your cadence, your energy, your flavor is what's making that record great. And I'm glad that they put that category in there because Rhapsody has a genius way of flipping words, and she also uses her voice as an instrument, just like Erykah Badu, of course. When you think about Erykah Badu, that's a no-brainer. So shout out to Rhapsody. I think it's a long time coming. I think she actually should have gotten a Grammy for her first album, but of course, my boy Kendrick was in the way, so well deserved to Kendrick that year. But shout out to Rhapsody, and I hope, not saying that it's happened, but I hope whatever feelings that Rhapsody got towards music in terms of like feeling down or feeling like people is not respecting who she is as a lyricist, or who she is as an artist. I hope that she realizes now that these real fans really respect real music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing I could take from this year's Grammys is that real music is always been here. It's never went nowhere. And I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter who has the most spins on radio, who has the most clicks on social media. A lot of times, BET Awards, Grammy Awards, they pretty much have the gist of who is really musically shaping the culture. I'm not gonna say that they don't get it wrong sometimes, but for the most part, the winners are the ones who are shaping the culture in that particular year. So Doechii, oh man, it's so much you can say about Doechii. I'm gonna actually do a blog just about Doechii and her style and her cadence and her approach. I'm gonna talk about that alone. But Doechii winning Best Rap Album of the Year, yes, beating out the men. Yes, a woman beat out the men. Beat out J. Cole, beat out Eminem, beat out Common, which he had a dope album as well. But yeah, she won. And I don't want to hear nobody crying about it. I don't want to hear nobody saying it shouldn't have went that way. I don't want to hear none of that. Doechii won that because her album was fire. If you listen to it, you know it's fire. If you haven't listened to it, please do your due diligence before you start having conversations in these arguments about who should have won. Please listen to the album. It's fire, and she's done her thing, and I wish her the best. Beyonce won Best Country Album, and I know a lot of people who are in the country, genre culture are going to be pissed because she's not a traditional country singer, but who cares? That album was fire. Cowboy Carter is fire. It's not an album that I would listen to consistently, but still, all in all, that album is fire. Beyonce, well deserved. You put your heart and soul into the album, and you can hear it in her vocal tone. You can hear it in the lyricism of the lyrics. Shout out to everybody who's worked with her on the project. Yo, y'all did your thing. Y'all did your thing. You know what I'm saying? All of this is just off of first reaction of me just checking all this stuff out. Bob Marley won a Grammy this year for Best Album. I believe it's like, records that he's already put out. I would have given the Best Reggae Album to Vybz Kartel. I feel like it was well deserved. Everybody was waiting for Vybz Kartel to win. So make sure that y'all get that right next time you put out another album, because it's gonna be fire. Tim's, she won Best African music category. So shout out to her. Beyonce also won Best, I forgot what it was. Oh, it was Best Country Duo in Performance. She won that with Miley Cyrus for a record off her album, so that was fire. So Beyonce got 2 Grammys. Shout out to Beyonce, yo. And shout out to the family that always support her. You know what I'm saying? Her daughters, Jay-Z, of course. Shout out to Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers. Yo, they did their thing. Now, let's get to the guy. Before I go back in the session, let's get to the guy. Kendrick Lamar, K-Dot, clean sweep of his Grammys. He was actually nominated for 7 Grammys, and it was only 7 Grammys because some of the categories had him there twice. They had him there for Not Like Us, and then they had him there for the Like That record with Metro Boomin. But for every category that the Not Like Us record was on, clean sweep. I told y'all in my videos before on YouTube about 3 months back that he was going to do a clean sweep on these Grammy nominations. He was going to win all 5. He did that. He won all 5. But he didn't just do that. He did a couple of things. Let's talk about it really quick. The first 3 Grammys that he won, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance, and Best Music Video, he didn't even get on stage. He let DJ Mustard go on stage and accept the Grammys. DJ Mustard is the producer for Not Like Us. Salute to Mustard. He went up there, said what he said, thanked his family, thanked Kendrick's family, thanked PG Lang, thanked TDE, thanked everybody that was a part of the song and the video and everything. He did everything he was supposed to do. In my eyes, I'm thinking Kendrick's not even there. I'm like, oh, Kendrick's not even there. He letting Mustard accept the Grammys? Fire, that's dope. So then when it's time for the last category, because he also won Record of the Year, Song of the Year, but I believe it was Record of the Year was the last one. And when he won that, he walked up on stage. He walked right up on stage. And he did something that the West Coast can cherish. And if you know about the history of the New West movement, you can cherish also. He went into a speech about how powerful music is, and he thanked several artists that was a part of the New West movement that was trying hard to break through the industry and do their thing, but they didn't get a real chance. They didn't get a real chance. And he thanked artists and these are artists that I've listened to, and a lot of these artists that I've been great friends with. Glasses Malone, Bad Luck, Mike Stroh, J Rock, K-Boy, so many different people that he mentioned. I was a part of the New West movement. And I'm going to do a blog about the New West movement so y'all can understand how important that small era really was to what's going on now with the West Coast benefiting. You know what I'm saying? He thanked so many people. And right there was very touching for me, because I know the history of what happened with the New West movement. And also, it's very touching because for someone to stand on stage and win the biggest Grammy award of the night and mention the artist that came before him is something special. Now, I know I'm not trying to bring this man up, but I just want to say this. When you are in a battle with anybody, the best way to destroy them is to show love to the real people who's really done things for you. In this game right now in hip hop, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of people that be screaming, I did this by myself, I did this on my own. Even in music in general, people they have so many people help them, and then when it's time to accept the awards and it's time to tell the stories, they don't mention nobody. It's a lot of that going around in hip hop and in music in general, any genre. And what K. Dot did today was undeniably show his love and respect to the people who's on the journey with him. He understands that he's great because he was allowed the opportunity to be around other great people. And he didn't just shout out the regular, the Snoop Dogg's, the Ice Cubes, the Too Shorts. He didn't just shout out the regular people. No, he shouted out the ones who was given a chance but didn't quite succeed the way that he has succeeded. To let them know that I still see you. I still respect you. I still learn from you. And the things that I'm doing now, I learn from you guys. That's real. I remember when J Rock was the #1 artist on TDE, and he always had K. Dot around him while K. Dot was growing. I remember Glasses being around, teaching all of us, including me. Shout out to my big homie and my good friend, Big Y. Rest in peace, Big Y. I remember those conversations between Big Y and Glasses, having those conversations. I remember J Rock coming to the studio with K. Dot. I remember meeting Dot for the first time. Cool dude, very down to earth, ready to work. He was ready to go straight in the booth and just get to it. We ended up working on a record that was a part of the Swoop the Movement compilation that, we put together with Big Y and Wacko. I remember that. I remember Mike Stroh, throwing out his tapes with DJ Nick Bean and the mixtape scene and things like that. I remember K-Boy, me being at El Camino College with my boy Donnie Springs, K-Boy, Rocket, Spitfire, GX, Miku. I remember those, like, my memories is just going right now. Being embraced by so many different artists and so many different, creators. And K. Dot went on stage at the biggest night in music, at the biggest moment in the biggest night in music, and mentioned the ones that came before him. That's what a leader is supposed to do. That's what a king is supposed to do. That's what a champion is supposed to do. And that's what the West is supposed to do. I appreciate y'all just listening to this blog. I had to definitely drop this blog real quick because my boy Damo was like, hey man, if you don't get off my phone, stop talking to me and drop a blog real quick and then call me back. So I had to do that. Let me know what y'all think about the Grammys. Let me know who y'all had winning or not winning. Let me know if y'all questions have been answered in terms of the people who are supposed to win. Let me know your thoughts, man. You already know I'll talk in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very emotional because we had a great night in hip hop. We had a great night in hip hop. And I want this thing to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Work low.